Welcome to CandleLight Audiobook. The Secret Misses. Chapter 211. Adam looked dejected and spoke with a hoarse voice. Do you want to be his girlfriend? How could that be possible? Luna looked sideways at him. I still have self-knowledge. Adam frowned. I don't mean that. I don't mean you're not good enough, but Theo is too calculative and dangerous. The environment in the Goldberg family is not suitable for you. Bro, thanks for flattering me. I clearly know what kind of person I am in my heart. Luna interrupted him and her expression recovered. Relax. Loving someone doesn't mean losing my mind. I know what I'm doing and what I should do from now on. When Adam heard her words, he wasn't at all happy. Instead, he felt like his chest was stuffed with a sponge soaking up water, which made him unhappy. What kind of person you are? You work hard to make progress. You seem to be cynical and heartless, but you actually pay close attention to detail and are clear about what to love or hate. You deserve the most suitable man for you. Luna froze for a moment and then looked surprised. Golden hair, what a surprise. My image in your heart is so great. Aren't you falling in love with me? Adam's back instantly became rigid. Fuck you. Ha ha ha. Luna held her stomach as she laughed for a moment, then looked at him in a subtle way. To paraphrase what you said before, what do you know about me, Adam? How much do you know about me? You only see the side that I'm letting you see. Do you really think I'm exactly what I show? The moment Luna looked at Adam, he almost thought that she had seen through his heart, and that she had deliberately said what she had to remind him to completely give up on his idea. Goldberg Mansion. Theo was sitting on the sofa in the living room, holding a German book and reading it attentively. On the other hand, Cleo spent the whole night wandering the house, appearing as though he had been stabbed in the butt with a needle. Brother, the man Luna is meeting with is Adam, that boy. Don't you want to know what they're talking about? I have a hunch. The topic of conversation will be very thrilling. And it'll mean a lot to you. Theo turned a page, not raising his head at all. It's all your fault, brother. You're too old-fashioned. I said that I wanted to bug the place, but you stopped me. Now you can only stay at home and be anxious. Cleo complained. Although, according to the present situation, it seemed only he, himself, was suffering from anxiety. Finally, even Theo, who was so patient, could no longer bear the noise. Keep silent or go back. No. I won't go. He still wanted to wait for Luna to return so he could fish for information. Otherwise, how could he sleep tonight? It's almost 11 o'clock. Why haven't they returned? While Cleo was scratching his head, his phone rang. It was an unknown number. Who's calling me so late? Cleo picked up his mobile phone and went to the yard to answer it. 10 minutes later, Cleo rushed in like he'd been injected with a stimulant. It really came right on time. Brother, guess what I just got? It's the recording of the wiretap from the box Luna and Adam are using. I didn't set it up, it was secretly recorded by an innocent paparazzo from a gossip company. Luckily, his boss is sensible and stopped it immediately after receiving it, then called me to apologize in order to suck up to me. Chapter 212. When Theo heard his words, he didn't even blink, and coldly spoke 2 words with his thin lips. Destroy it. Cleo immediately felt like a basin of cold water had been dumped on him. What? Even God is helping you. You won't even listen to this? Theo looked colder. Need I say it twice? Noticing that his brother was really angry, Cleo hurriedly nodded like a chicken pecking rice. Okay. I'll destroy it. I'll destroy. He didn't know what to say about his brother. Apart from when he was in front of Luna, he was too principled and inflexible at any other time. Nevertheless, he was different from him. He said yes, but in his heart, he knew he wouldn't really destroy it. TSK, it was okay to secretly keep it. It would come in handy someday. While Cleo was sighing, a small figure suddenly ran like the wind downstairs and outside. Is Luna back? Cleo hurriedly followed Little Treasure. When he reached the gate, he saw that it really was Luna, sitting in Adam's car. He couldn't see anything unusual about their expressions, but Adam seemed to have drunk a lot, while Luna seemed to have drunk very little. Luna left the car and picked up Little Treasure, who had rushed to greet her, saying with resignation and love, "Darling, it's already 11 o'clock. Why did you stay up so late again? Didn't we agree that you wouldn't wait for me?" Little Treasure clung to Luna's arms, tightly wrapped his arms around her, and stared at Adam behind her. His little face was full of vigilance and rejection. Adam curled his lips. How freaking unfair. This was an incomparable aid for Theo. An incomparable aid. Cleo read Adam's mind with just one look, and came to pat him sympathetically on the shoulder. "My condolences, that you have no son." Adam's heart jolted. "What do you mean?" Cleo came close to his ears and whispered, "Don't pretend. You like Luna, don't you?" Adam panicked, then put on a straight face. "Second uncle, are you kidding me? How could I like her?" Cleo touched his chin with a contemplative expression. It was strange, really strange. What the hell had happened between them? It was obvious that Adam, that guy, liked her, but he wasn't willing to admit it even now. Luna was about to walk inside with Little Treasure in her arms, when the phone in her bag rang. She casually pressed the answer key. "Hello, who is this?" "Hello, is this Miss Luna? Your boyfriend got into a car accident and is currently being treated at the hospital. Please come immediately." Luna looked puzzled. "What? My boyfriend?" Immediately, Cleo, Adam, Theo, and even Little Treasure all focused their eyes on Luna. Luna coughed, embarrassed. "Ahem, aren't you mistaken? I don't have a boyfriend. But the number that the patient left before passing out was yours. You had better come soon. Our hospital's address is..." After that, the person on the phone hung up in a hurry. Luna held her phone and stood there with an overwhelmed expression. Holy shit. Who the hell is he? Adam leaned against his car and hummed as he looked askance at her. "He's one of your exes, isn't he? He left your number when he almost died in an accident. He really is desperate for you." Luna kicked him. "Be less sarcastic. Then, Luna, will you go?" Cleo's eyes were sparkling. Although he was asking her, his expression said that he really hoped she would go. Chapter 213. Luna painfully pinched the skin between her eyebrows. "A human life is of greater value than anything. I had better go. What if he is someone I know? But what to do with Little Treasure?" Before she could continue, Little Treasure tightly threw his arms around her neck, as if, after finally seeing her return, he would never separate from her. Little Treasure wouldn't let go no matter what, so Luna would have to go with him. Little Treasure wanted to follow her, so Theo definitely needed to join them. And Cleo actively volunteered to drive them. Adam saw that the three people of the Liu family were all unashamedly ready to go, so he decidedly also squeezed into the car. The final result was that everyone went with her. Luna was speechless. At the hospital, several ambulances were at the door, the paramedics were bustling about, and the stretchers were full of bleeding patients, as if there had been a major traffic accident. Luna put her hands over Little Treasure's eyes, to keep him from seeing these bloody things, and softly coaxed him. "Darling, it's very messy now in the hospital. Would you please wait for me in the car?" Little Treasure held her waist, his little head drooping as if he was being abandoned. He was actually so sleepy that he dozed off, but he still refused to sleep. Luna leaned over and kissed his little face. "Little Treasure, listen to me. I'll be back very soon." Little Treasure, who had been kissed, recovered a bit and nodded. "Then, I'm going," Luna said to all of them. "Theo, I'll go with you." "Adam, I want to go, too." Both spoke almost simultaneously. "Luna. You going alone is unsafe." Theo frowned. Adam snorted and said, I just want to see who the hell he is. Luna's head hurt. She looked at Theo and then looked at Adam. Her eyes finally fell on Cleo. Cleo innocently blinked. Why was his sister-in-law looking at him? At last, Luna spoke. I don't know the situation inside. It's really improper for me to go alone. So, second young master, please come with me. Theo, you'd better stay here to accompany little treasure. There was a flicker of darkness in Theo's eyes. Okay. As for you, Adam, stop this. Don't you know how easily your face creates trouble? Running to a hospital so late at night, you want to create headlines, don't you? Adam looked angry. Why are you so mad at me? But you speak so softly to Theo. Why? Go. Luna, I'll go with you. I'll go with you. Cleo exulted. He was so excited that he almost danced on the spot. Happiness came too suddenly. It was really a quarrel which benefited only the third party. In the hospital's emergency room. It was a mess. It took Luna a long time to find the doctor who had called her before. Hello, I'm Luna. Where is the friend you mentioned before? You're Luna. He has been through surgery and is now in Ward 307 on floor 12. Go identify him quickly. He has nothing to prove his identity. Okay, thank you. Luna and Cleo hurried to go upstairs, but the elevator was so crowded that they had to climb the stairs. 12 floors. How miserable. Luna was terribly tired, while Cleo was still cheerful like it was nothing. She finally understood why Cleo had been able to run Glory World Entertainment with such excellence. This guy's passion for gossip was simply unmatched. Chapter 2:14. They finally arrived at Ward 307. Out of breath, Luna bent over, and unable to wait any longer, Cleo pushed the door open before she could straighten up. A second later, Luna still hadn't seen who was inside when Cleo's face suddenly sank and he closed the door. He grabbed her shoulders and pushed her outside, saying, Luna, go, forget about it. This junior master was looking forward to it all this time, but it turned out to be this thing. Let him die. Who is it? Why are you acting like this? Well, you won't regret leaving, regardless. Liam, guessed Luna. Cleo straightened his face. Hell yeah, it's him. Now we can go. We can't leave if it's him. Luna pushed Cleo's hands off her shoulders and turned to walk inside the ward. Cleo anxiously stomped his feet. Luna, why do you care about him? It's still not over between you two. Luna didn't answer and walked straight into the ward. It was Liam in the ward. Lying quietly on the bed, his head was covered by a thin veil and an 4-drip was in his hand. Luna lightly sat on the edge of the bed and reached out to fix his hair. The look on her face was gentle, and she spoke even more gently, Liam. Cleo. What the fuck did I just see? What did I hear? Luna still like this guy? Luckily, his brother wasn't with them, otherwise he would get mad. As Cleo was thinking, a wave of iciness blew in from behind him. He turned his head and saw. His brother was right there. Bro, why are you here? Little Treasure was in his arms and Adam was behind him, all three of them had come. He imagined that Little Treasure had been unable to wait any longer and wanted to come up, so his brother brought him and Adam followed them. Now, it was over. In bed, Liam looked pale and frowned, slowly opening his eyes. Luna. How are you feeling? Asked Luna. Liam looked at the girl before him in a daze. Am I dreaming? Every time he met Luna, they argued and things would end unhappily. He couldn't remember how long it had been since she last spoke to him so nicely. The moment he woke up, he saw concern for him in her eyes. She even called him Liam. Luna stood next to the bed and returned to being her cool self. You just had an operation, the doctors said that you're fine now. You only have a small concussion remaining and need to stay in the hospital for a bit longer to recover. If there's nothing else, I should go. She turned away as she finished speaking, but suddenly her wrist was grabbed. Don't leave me. Luna, don't go. Anything else? Liam struggled, then watched her as he let everything out in one breath. Although I know you don't care for or need it, I'm sorry. I still want to tell you that I'm sorry. I misunderstood you. You know what? When I thought I was going to die, at that moment, I couldn't think of anything except how I still haven't had a chance to apologize to you. Outside the door, Cleo looked at Luna's wrist, which was being grabbed by Liam. He quaking in fear and swallowed, then turned and saw his brother's face. As expected, it was abnormally scary. He was really mad. What was Luna thinking? Chapter 2:15. Liam, you don't need to apologize. Even if you were given a second chance, you would still choose to believe in Emma. Liam hurriedly explained, I wouldn't. Don't say that you wouldn't. Take this incident as an example. Emma told you that she was innocent and put all the blame on Caleb, correct? And you believed her again, right? If I told you that she lied to you, would you believe me? Luna spoke slowly and clearly. Liam subconsciously avoided her eyes and said firmly, I will put more effort into investigating the matter. Luna smiled and shook her head. True belief doesn't need investigation. Back when you chose to believe in her, you didn't listen to me at all. Luna, Liam. Luna. Liam suddenly raised his head. This time, he clearly heard it. She called him Liam. Luna looked out the window, into the darkness, and felt as if she'd gone back in time. Her voice became blurry. Liam, do you remember? When I was 9, I really wanted that backpack with my idol's picture printed on it, but my parents wouldn't buy it for me. Then 50 yuan went missing in the house. My grandma was sure that I stole it, my parents became suspicious, and even Steve was always on my side. Even he thought that I took the money, because he knew that I really liked that male star. Liam couldn't bear to continue to listen. After hearing just half the story, his body was shaking and his eyes had turned red. Luna laughed at herself, seeming to lose her voice. Only you, back then, only you believed that I didn't take the money. You took me out of the house, went to all the kids who came to play at my house, and knocked on one door after another until you found the kid who took the money. You know what? Back then, I thought that when I grew up, this guy in front of me would be my future husband. Luna, stop. Liam closed his eyes in embarrassment. Outside the door, Cleo was screaming inside, Sister-in-law, stop. I'm afraid the whole hospital will disappear overnight. Just then, Theo's energy was horrifying, even overshadowing Adam's jealousy. Cleo coughed lightly and stepped further away from his brother. While everyone was looking into the ward, little Treasure, who was standing next to Theo, threw off his father's hand and quickly ran into the ward. Like a wolf pup, the little guy swiftly snatched Luna's hand, then tightly clasped his arms around Luna's thigh. He stared at Liam angrily, with rage flaming in his pretty eyes. Darn it. Little Treasure, Cleo was really scared, but as he was going to run after him, Theo blocked him with his arm. Cleo understood in a second that it would become more complicated if he also went in. Little Treasure, who ran inside all of a sudden, scared Luna. Darling, why are you here? She looked out through the little window in the door and saw Theo and the others all standing in the corridor. Little Treasure looked up at Luna with his little head thrown back. Tears welled up in his eyes and he soon started crying, the tears falling down his cheeks in big drops. Luna saw them and became worried. Don't cry. What is it? Be good, don't cry. Auntie will take you home right away. Luna held Little Treasure in her arms and prepared to leave, when Liam called her to stop after finally returning to his senses. Luna. This kid, who is he? Chapter 216. Luna subconsciously raised Little Treasure's face to her shoulder, gently patted his back, and answered casually, my friend's kid. I have to go, get well soon. I will inform Emma to come here later. After Luna left, Liam stared at the door, still in shock. What was with that kid? Why, for a split second, did he think that the kid actually resembled Luna, especially in the eye area? He recalled the horrible memory of that dead fetus from 5 years ago. If that fetus hadn't died, it would have been around the same age. Sheet, what was he thinking about? It was simply mad. That fetus died 5 years ago. Yes, died, it was already dead, there was no way it could have survived. Luna came out 5 seconds after Little Treasure had run in. Cleo couldn't help but snap his fingers at Little Treasure. Well done. Luna looked at Theo's face and knew instantly that he was going to criticize Little Treasure. She hurriedly defended Little Treasure before he could speak. Don't blame Little Treasure, he's just a kid. He didn't disturb me at all. Theo looked helpless. You are spoiling him. Funny, when he criticized Luna, he didn't sound at all angry. Adam, who was standing at the side, saw how Theo contained all of his anger as soon as Luna came out. He even looked loving instead. The speed at which he changed his expression was faster than turning a page in a book. The shock he felt was indescribable. Fake, so fake. You treat him so strictly, I'm just making up for it. Luna touched Little Treasure's head and a hint of sorrow unnoticeably flashed across her eyes. If she didn't spoil Little Treasure now, she never would. She wouldn't be able to in the future. After leaving the hospital, they returned to the car and Luna carried Little Bun in her arms, trying to put him to sleep. He passed out very quickly. Cleo had held it in for so long and finally couldn't bear it anymore. He looked at Luna through the rearview mirror and asked in a rush, Luna, calling him her brother Liam, and reminiscing with him, what was all that about? Has your lost love for him rekindled? In the passenger seat, Adam humphed. Rekindled my ass. I was also almost fooled by her, she was acting like a little white flower again. Not just that, she even added a beauty trap on top. Luna held her jaw and lifted her eyebrows in surprise. My golden retriever got smarter, he even saw through me. Sitting next to Luna, Theo still looked bit cold. He discovered with a single glance that Luna wasn't being sincere with Liam. What really upset him was the beauty trap. She used it on someone other than him. I still need to call Emma. Luna still had Little Treasure in her arms. She moved slightly to grab her phone. Give him to me. Theo took Little Treasure from her. She dialed the number and Emma's sharp voice sounded on the other end. Luna? Heh, why do you call me? To show off? Bitch. You must be so pleased to see me lose everything, huh? I'm telling you, don't be so happy just yet. You think that brother Liam, Mummy, and Daddy will believe your nonsense? You are just a shameless bumpkin who found. Luna let her finish her curses before speaking up slowly, but surely. Miss Brown, let me remind you that you are on speaker right now, and that Liam is right next to me. Chapter 217. Emma. There was a long silence on the other end on the phone, then she hung up. It was hard to imagine Emma's face after hearing those words, and how panicked she must have been when she hung up the phone. PFF. Luna, you are so bad. You probably scared that woman so bad, said Cleo in admiration. You call this bad? You are so green and inexperienced. Now, I will show you something much worse. Luna bit her lip and pressed a key on her phone. The next second, a recording of her conversation with Emma started to play. Yup, she'd recorded it. She had originally planned to call Emma in front of Liam, then put her on speaker and let Liam hear her directly, but Little Treasure's entrance had changed the plan. Good thing was, it hadn't changed the result. Luna edited the recording a little before sending it to Liam, then sighed in pity. Pity that I can't use this kind of trick on her anymore. She will be more cautious when talking to me from now on. Just this once is still great though. She'd expected from the start that Emma wouldn't admit to framing her, so today she'd wanted to solidly plant a seed of doubt in Liam's heart. Now all she needed to do was watch two dogs bite at each other. Cleo shivered and his voice shook. Luna, if I ever do anything to upset you, please tell me straight or beat me up to release your anger. Don't use such evil tricks on me. I'm scared. Luna laughed lightly and replied straightforwardly, "Don't worry, for your brother's sake, I won't care too much about you." Cleo's eyes brightened. "My brother has such a privilege?" Luna glared at him resentfully. "Of course, he's my boss, my life savior. For him, I'm willing to work like a horse." After hearing her answer, a beam of light streaked across Theo's eyes like a meteor, leaving an endless darkness in its wake. Even though she usually tried to act cautiously, he'd still noticed that her attitude towards him had changed after she'd returned tonight. From bringing Cleo with her to the hospital, to purposely acting close to Liam, she'd even acted like a schemer to make him resent her, then casually brought up his position as her boss to clarify the boundary between them. It was like he'd steeped a frog in warm water, nurtured it, and slowly allowed it to get used to his presence and accept him subconsciously, but then it learned his tricks and began to distance itself from him. No doubt about it, she was a good student, able to apply what she learned in real practice. It was like he'd bitten his own tail, trapping himself in a cage he'd personally designed. He knew clearly what she was doing, but couldn't do anything to stop her. Late night, Goldberg Mansion. Luna was lying in her big bed, counting sheep. She couldn't sleep. She picked up her phone and opened WeChat. She browsed the moments for a bit and was absent-minded, then typed, "Had I not seen the sun, I could have borne the shade, but light a newer wilderness, my wilderness has made." It was a poem by a female poet, Emily Dickinson. Luna wasn't sure why, but it suited her mood unexpectedly well. The first one to comment was Cleo. "Ah, everything comes back to life, flowers blossom in warm spring, now is the time when animals. Ah, bah. I smell love." The corner of Luna's mouth twitched. "Cleo, this bastard, replied so fast. Didn't he need to sleep?" To her surprise, Adam wasn't asleep either, even though it was so late. He commented, "So sour that my freaking teeth are falling off." Luna was gonna send a few words back at Adam, but something suddenly caught her attention. She heard a creak as someone pushed her door open. Chapter 2:18. Luna subconsciously put her phone down and held her breath. She wasn't alarmed or guarded, but rather, nervous. She recognized Theo's footsteps. Why was Theo coming to her room at this hour? It was 3 in the morning. The strangest thing was, Theo would usually never enter without knocking. Just as Luna was in complete confusion, that familiar figure came to her bedside. She didn't have the lights on in her room and there was no moon tonight, so it was so dark in the room that she could only see a blurry shadow. That shadow stood there quietly, motionless. Luna's heart was in her throat. She was about to make some noise to break the grueling silence, when she suddenly had a realization and an idea formed in her head. Theo was a sleepwalker. She swallowed the words back quickly, so as to not wake him. Cough, but, what did he want? After around 5 seconds, Theo took another step forward, sat down on the edge of her bed, opened half of the covers, and then, lay down next to her, just like that. Luna. He wasn't even finished yet. As soon as Theo lay down, he reached out with his long arm and pulled her into his embrace, holding her tightly like he would hold a pillow. Luna. Luna's face was seamlessly forced against Theo's chest. His steady breathing was above her head and his hot palm was on her waist. Luna was overcome with his cool smell mixed with a light scent of the cologne he used. "I'm going to die young. I'm going to go mad." On the inside, Luna wildly ran 800 miles while shouting to the sky, but in reality, she had to endure to the point of getting internal injuries. Thinking back to the first time Theo had sleepwalked, she was sure it had been because, what you thought of during day was what you were going to dream of at night, and had told Theo to find himself a woman the next day. Now, she finally understood. Understood the true meaning of, what you thought during day was what you were going to dream of at night. So, who could tell her what she should do now? Wait it out and let Theo walk away on his own? It was okay to do nothing when she still didn't know anything, but now that she knew about it, how could she do nothing? Luna tested out the situation and tried to move her body away, but the result was that while she was pouring sweat and out of breath, a certain someone was still motionless. She didn't want to wake him up, so she couldn't use too much strength. Without options, Luna gave up. Forget it, let him sleep then. He won't remember anything after he wakes up anyways. Outside the window, a breeze fiddled with the gloomy clouds and the moon reached its head out from behind them, sprinkling silver moonlight all over the room. Theo's face was so close that it was right in front of her, catching her unprepared. Luna's heart sped up, like a beating drum. She was afraid her heartbeat would wake him up. Unsure whether it was because of the beautiful moonlight or because of this man in front of her, Luna couldn't help but touch the man's cheek with her hand. Theo. Right now, no matter what she did, he wouldn't remember or retain a memory, right? Then it meant that she could do whatever she wanted? This thought woke up the wild beast which had been locked up at the bottom of her heart. Luna touched the man's forehead, eyebrows, eyes, nose, and finally stopped at his lips. Chapter 219. As time passed, Luna slowly inched closer to the man, before stopping just 1 centimeter away from his lips. To kiss, or not to kiss? That was the question. It's not nice to take advantages from him, right? But he came into my bed himself, I didn't force him. And he bit me last time. Shit, what am I doing? Sex really does drive people nuts. It's driving me nuts. Luna talked to herself for a long time before she laid back down to her original spot. The man beside her relaxed his body and was very disappointed at the same time. It felt unbearable being turned on halfway. However, in the next second, the girl who had given up and peacefully returned, moved all of a sudden, harshly locking her warm lips with his. The tip of her tongue licked his lips, biting on them several times as a test, then she tried to open his mouth. Theo almost lost it. The feeling of not being able to kiss back while being kissed so fiercely was killing him. The girl wasn't a good kisser, she was just licking and biting, but that still turned him on big time. After kissing, Luna wiped her mouth and laid back down contentedly, murmuring to herself, "Who cares if I'm nuts or not? Such a good opportunity, it's better to make good use of it and kiss up. So I can leave no regrets in my life." After hearing that, Theo didn't know if he should laugh or get angry. Just some kisses, then no more regrets? My dear, your life's goal was really nothing. I want to give you so much more. It was even harder for Luna to go to sleep after kissing him, so she started browsing the news on her phone. As expected, Emma immediately came out with some statements, putting all the blame on Caleb and making herself out to be a victim again. This time, however, Glory World wasn't going to let her get away with this. Eric was the best at controlling the direction of public opinion. Under Eric's management, Emma's statement didn't have any effect. Mostly people thought that she was trying to get out of taking responsibility. After all, why would a nobody assistant put so much effort into taking revenge for just a few criticisms? Some people thought that Emma did it for Mia, for their friendship, while some thought that Emma was jealous because Luna was better looking than her. Others even thought that Liam liked Luna, and that was why Emma wanted to get rid of her. Emma's gentle, generous image was severely jeopardized. Aside from this situation, fans were mostly concerned about future developments involving the world, as was Luna. The company was dealing with it, they just hadn't gotten a confirmation yet. She'll call Stacy tomorrow to figure this out then. After browsing the news, Luna logged onto Weibo and found that her number of fans had increased a lot through this incident. A lot of new passers-by fans had written all sorts of encouraging comments. Luna thought for a while and posted a Weibo. Chapter 220. It's better to keep our dignity and beauty rather than care about the treachery or unkindness of others. That which can't kill us will in the end make us stronger. There were a lot of people who slept late on Weibo, and the number of forwards and likes on her post climbed rapidly. Less than 5 minutes after she posted, Adam also forwarded it with a decent message of support. Below the forward, the fans were too excited they cried. The couple in the movie had actually entered the same company in reality, then wasn't there even more of a chance of something happening between them? To Luna's surprise, among the hot comments below her Weibo post, in addition to caring for and supporting her as well as gossiping about her and Adam, the most popular comment on the top of the list was unexpectedly, "Goddess, goddess." Theo actually forwarded the Weibo message about you last time. Have you ever seen Big Boss Goldberg at Glory World Entertainment? Have you ever spoken to him? Is he handsome or not, handsome or not? Begging for photos. Begging for fortune. Luna's head was covered in black lines. Have I ever seen Big Boss Goldberg? Of course I've seen him. He's lying next to me, you silly human. Send photos? Forget it. A male god must of course be kept to one's self. Luna muttered to herself as she continued to browse online. As a result, the more she looked, the more energetic she became. She shouldn't have browsed Weibo when she couldn't sleep. What she needed now was a book on advanced mathematics. As she fretted, there was an incoming call, the caller ID showing that it was Adam. Fortunately, she had put her phone on silent. Luna accepted the call and lowered her voice. Hey. What do you want? I was also going to ask you, why aren't you asleep yet, so late at night? Luna rolled her eyes. I could say the same to you. Why is your voice so low? Adam asked suspiciously. Do you want me to shout at you so late at night? Something's off. Adam said in a firm tone, like he was Sherlock Holmes. There's someone next to you. Hearing this, Luna cursed in her heart, then said with conviction, I'm sleeping with Little Bun. How? Do you need to be so surprised? Really? Luna suddenly felt that the hand on the waist seemed to have tightened a bit, and she almost lost concentration. She hurriedly replied, if not, then what? Can the person lying beside me be Theo? You're too paranoid. Adam curled his lip, also figuring that he was thinking too much himself. I was just asking. By the way. Luna suddenly thought of something, and frowned. How's your family situation? Adam was silent for a while, and then replied, almost resolved already. After I met with you last night, that partner who had been refusing to let go all this time suddenly relented. This is really a coincidence. Meaning, Theo had obviously guessed something. Then that's good. Luna was relieved. Then are you free tomorrow? Adam snorted. Why? I'm very busy. Oh, then forget it. Saying that, Luna was about to hang up the phone. Wait, I'll be free tomorrow. What do you want? Adam hurriedly asked. Luna said slowly, it's going to be autumn tomorrow. The weather's great and just nice, I don't need to shoot scenes. Want to go out and have fun for a bit? What? Adam's first thought was that he had heard wrong. After all, she had seen him as a bringer of misfortune since his return from abroad, and had been avoiding him. What are you plotting? Why do you have so many questions? If you're not going, let's forget it. Going.